Hello class, today we'll talk about
self-healing polymers.
Nothing lasts forever. Everything will eventually break and will hence need to be fixed. This concept applies to both man-made structures and to living beings. When man-made items and materials are damaged, such as a scratched car or cracked phone screen, they will never magically self-repair, thus requiring a very costly trip to the repair shop.
Biological systems address internal and external damage of tissues through very effective healing mechanisms. For instance, if you scratch yourself, your body has the ability to cover the wound and eventually repair the damaged skin, leaving no trace. This concept of self-healing is the reason that Wolverine from X-Men is able to heal himself.
Inspired by Wolverine, in the early 2000s, scientists began developing methods to create polymers which, like human skin, can self-heal if damaged, and can return to the original level of functionality using only the resources initially available to them. This creates safer and longer-lasting products.
A polymer is a chemical made of many repeating units. It can be a 3D, 2D, or linear network. The suffix mer is used to describe the basic unit. This means that a single unit is a monomer and many repeating units makes a polymer. To make the chain, the many mers are chemically linked together through a process called chain reaction polymerization.
It's a three-step process that occurs between two entities. The first one is a simple monomer with a carbon double bond, for instance, ethylene. The other is a catalyst, such as an organic peroxide broken into free radicals that contain a free-floating electron able to covalently bond with another entity. All materials necessary to begin polymerization have been prepared.
Initiation begins the polymer chain. This occurs when the free radical catalyst reacts with the double-bonded carbon monomer and the free-floating electron is transferred to the outside of the carbon atom. Propagation is a repetitive process in which the polymer is forming. The double bond of successive monomers is opened up when the monomer reacts with the reactive polymer chain. The free electron is then passed down to the outermost carbon atom. This occurs continuously because the energy in the chemical system is lowered as the chain grows.
The first set of termination occurs when the free radical left over from the original splitting of the organic peroxide meets the end of the growing polymer chain. This free radical terminates the chain by linking with the last stage 2 component of the polymer, thus causing completion. The second type of termination occurs when two unfinished chains bond together. Overall, termination is an exothermic reaction which occurs extremely fast, meaning that in less than 0.1 seconds it forms individual chains of polyethylene.
There are two major types of manufactured polymers. The first type are thermoset polymers, which are three-dimensional networks that do not soften under heat and pressure and cannot be remolded or recycled.
The second type are thermoplastic polymers, which are one-dimensional chains that can be melted and remolded. The process of polymerization makes strong covalent bonds between the carbons inside the polymer chains and weaker van der Waals forces between the chains. The secondary forces can be overcome by thermal energy, allowing thermoplastic polymers to be remolded after being under high temperatures. After cooling down, the thermoplastics retain their shape and original functionality. A few years ago, Chinese researcher Minghui Zhang and his team were able to develop thermoplastic polymer composites, so reinforced polymer materials, which at SATP are able to automatically and quickly self-heal when experiencing physical damage.
From the early 2000s and until now, scientists have developed four types of self-healing polymer mechanisms: capsule-based, vascular-based, light-based, intrinsic. Capsule-based self-healing materials are composed of healing agents inside two types of microcapsule shells, one made up of a catalyst, a promoter, and a gelator, the other made up of an initiator and a gelator. When damaged, the two capsules break, mixing the solutions which undergo gelation, where the chemical bonds between the adjacent polymers are activated and bond to form large clusters that will polymerize into a solid.
Like capsule-based, vascular-based materials carry a healing agent, except in a network of capillaries. The vascular-based self-healing mechanism has fixed the disadvantage of capsule-based because it can self-heal more than once, since the network can be refilled.
Light-based self-healing polymers are made up of small polymer chains ending in ligands that are linked together to form a larger chain. The ligands are bonded to metal ions such as zinc or lanthanum. By shining a concentrated UV light on the material, the bonds between the ligands and the metal break apart, causing the material to become a liquid. When the light is removed, the bonds reassemble, reforming the polymer and returning it to a solidified state.
Intrinsic materials are not dependent on healing agents. They self-heal through naturally reforming chemical bonds. Most self-healing polymers have hydrogen bonding or metal-ligand coordination, which prevents using them as ionic conductors. So scientists developed a stretchable polymer with embedded ionic salt that will be held together by ion dipole forces, causing the material to self-repair.
All versions of self-repairing polymers reduce electronic waste, as there is the potential to repair the technology instead of buying a new phone, screen, or laptop. Moreover, there is a bright future for improving biological technologies like artificial muscles and hence improving the quality of life.
Created using Powtoon.